Alright. What's up, people? I am back for another video. This is another edition of bands I love. We're doing the band Disturbed. They're a band I found when I would say it was either, yeah, I was 13, because this is when I first started watching South Park, and I remember going back through the episodes, and probably my favorite, sorry about that, probably my favorite fucking episode is with Apologies to Jesse Jackson. And in one part of the episode, they play Down with the Sickness when Cartman's fighting a midget. That is where I first heard that song. I may have heard it before. No, it wasn't the first Disturbed song I listened to. That was the first time I listened to that song. The first actual Disturbed song I listened to was Stricken. And I think it was on, because this was, when I first started using YouTube, and I mainly only used YouTube for music. So I would watch, I would watch, a WWE compilation, and they would always play, metal music over it. And that's the song I listened to first. It was Stricken. And that's how I found them, and basically I just explored their other music. But it did take me forever to listen to Down with the Sickness. But then I found that song, and Down with the Sickness is a great song. And I listened to, the whole thing, that part about the mother. I know when I see people react to that part, they get all weirded out, but it's a good song. David Draymond has an awesome voice, and they're the reason I like them is they're another band that is kind of cinematic, where they don't just, go on stage, They're not obviously like Alice Cooper or even Marilyn Manson, but they have their own, style. And, if you listen to David Draymond's cover of The Sound of Silence, it is fucking beautiful. And that's pretty much, and I've been listening to them for now, since 2009, it's about 12 years now. And I haven't listened to every album. They're one of the few bands, too, that they're still together now, I think, and they're not, broken up. They've relatively stayed the same band. I love their logo. They call it the guy, you'll see him on my thumbnail. And they have some Indestructible's a really good song. They have a lot of good, epic battle songs that you can play over, the movie 300, any, fight movie, obviously wrestling. I think I'm trying to remember if Disturbed has done anything for WWE. I think they've had at least once. But, yeah, they're just such a great band, One of my favorites, I would consider them heavy metal, and they were in that, early aughts era. And I just really like them. Even if I don't agree with all their messages sometimes, because they have a song about, climate change and shit. But they are an awesome group, and I would advise anyone to listen to them. If you want to, just, especially if you work out and shit, they're a good, workout band, you could listen to. Or if you're playing a game and you want to get your head in the game and have some epic background music, play, Stricken, Indestructible, obviously Down with the Sickness. I mean, and obviously that, that screech in that song is, the most recognizable screech. That's why they put it in South Park. And it's just such an awesome song. I think Stricken is my favorite, just because I think, David Draymond's voice in that song is just so good. I listen to it, at least once a day now. I listen to Disturbed, really regularly now. So, Disturbed's an awesome band. Tomorrow we will be talking about Nirvana, the band I would say that got me into grunge. They're not my favorite grunge band now. They were when I first got into it, but definitely when I discovered Alice, it became Alice. But Nirvana is still obviously legendary. And obviously in popularity, they're still more popular. R.I.P. Kurt Cobain. So we'll be talking about that tomorrow. Later, I have another video where I'll be talking about The Mummy Returns, which I really like that movie. The CGI isn't the best, but it definitely is a fun one. So we'll be talking about that later. Tomorrow, we'll be talking about Nirvana, and we'll be reviewing The Scorpion King, which is technically part of the Mummy movie. So, but other than that, I'm gonna take my final hit out. Disturbed is awesome. I advise anyone to listen to him. But other than that, fuck Warner Brothers. Get your shit together, Warner Brothers. Restore the Snyderverse. Fuck Disney. Fuck LeBron. And Space Jam 2. Fuck James bitch-ass Mangold and his Indiana 5. And fuck OneRing.net. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.